What's going on, everybody? As you can tell by the Grand Cherokee behind me and the big swamp, we're back at Austin's. We're off-roading the Grand Cherokee. I forgot to film an intro again. I kind of do that a lot, actually, now that I think about it. But obviously we're going off-roading, so let's just get right into that. Give you guys a little POV of driving the Grand Cherokee. Off-roading here on our private trails that we go to. They're my friend's uncles. They're super cool trails, but it's getting muddy back here. It really hasn't rained much recently, but it is super muddy right now. These radar tires are doing a really good job in the mud though. I'm super happy with how they're working so far. Honestly, I haven't tested them on rocks, but if you guys wheel in the mud, I would definitely consider giving them a try. These don't even really slip. They just keep on digging and they get you through basically anything you have to. So this isn't ideal. As you can see, I have the coil retainer in my hand. So my initial thought was that I broke the bolt off. However, I didn't. We actually ripped it out of the car. So the hole's basically ruined now, and this isn't going to stay in. We're going to have to find a way to fix that because that is not going to do for off-roading. Our coil's going to keep falling out just like this, which is super, super annoying. It's not too bad here because we're like 15 minutes from my house. However, if this happened in Pennsylvania, it would suck. So now we're parked over here and I noticed some more damage. We actually ripped out the pump, I believe, for the windshield wiper fluid. Now I'm not too concerned about that, but I did see a bunch of fluid leaking. It was like falling out from under the Jeep, and my first thought was we cracked the radiator or something, but we're all good. I have it in there as good as I can, but as you can see, it's not really in there well. It fell out. So we're just gonna leave it down in there, can't fall out, and we'll take it home like this. Worry about fixing it a little bit later, but we're going to have to figure out a way to get bump stops back in this thing because we cannot go off-roading without bump stops. It's just going to mess everything up. This side's actually still good. There's absolutely nothing wrong on this side. Not really sure what happened to put that much pressure on the coil retainer on the other side, but it ripped out, so we're going to have to address that now. And like I said, I'll probably just honestly leave this. I don't really care too much. I'm going to go ahead and pop it off now. That way I don't have to worry about it when we go home or anything, but we'll just pop that out and we should be good to go to get it home. All right, so I got it popped out. Everything's good there. I'm just gonna throw this inside the car. I probably honestly won't put it back on, but it's popped out, so we should be good to go. Probably be able to drive it a little bit more today. I'm gonna tuck these up inside here, the wire and the tube, and that should be up and out of the way. We shouldn't really have to worry about that anymore. I might go ahead and reinstall that. I don't know. I want to see like what clearance issues we're having to cause that to happen. But let me go ahead and pop the hood and make sure that that didn't go like near anything that it shouldn't be near, and then we'll be good to go. So it's all the way over here on the side, so it's way out of the way. It's actually kind of tucked up nicely in there. And just so you can see, it is washer fluid. That's the one that we ripped the thing out of, and that's what leaked out underneath the car. So it's not a huge deal. It's hard to see on camera because the way lights and cameras work. We are confirming that it's a windshield washer, so that's not bad. I was just concerned that it was going to be coolant and we weren't going to be able to drive the Jeep home, but I'm going to try to hit the trails a little bit more. We can always put the coil back in fairly easily, kind of easily, as long as it doesn't fall off on the road. We just flex it up on like one of those hills right there, pop it back in. I'm kind of annoyed that the retainer ripped itself out, but we'll figure that out as we go. Gonna try to get this out of there because I don't want to lose it on the road. I'll just take the bolt out actually, and we should be good there. Just not trying to lose this on the road and have to buy another one. But we should be able to just weld a piece of metal up there and then re-thread that and hopefully be good with that. So we're back at the swamp, and you guys saw that one time that we tried to reverse up this, and now it is super steep. It's basically straight up. We tried to reverse it up in the Grand Cherokee. I'll put that clip now in case you haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
I got it.
Yeah, you got it. One more.
Get in here and all under the truck.
Putting yourself in a weird predicament now. Yeah, hold up. Look, asshole ass. synth kind of to the side just a little bit. Look at yeah, flexed out a shit ton though, I'll tell you what. It's pretty impressive. Sorry for the shaky camera. It's pretty damn good.
Well, you guys saw how steep it is now. We took the Grand Cherokee back down through it the normal way, across like this, and I completely forgot that the hitch stuck out so far. This whole hole right here is just dug out from the hitch. We smacked the back bumper and the hitch on that bank right there, and I'm honestly surprised the plastic bumper stayed on because it's barely held on there. I do not have all the clips at all, but we made it through once we dropped in. It's just super steep now from when we tried to back through it. Give you guys a little POV of driving the Grand Cherokee with the incredibly sideways. We're going, I'll tell you when we're going straight. So this is like the steering wheel going straight. That is not right. See if it'll self-drive through the mud pit. Alright, so it's the next day and I figured out what I'm going to do. So this is the side that did not rip off, obviously. But since it ripped the hole out, we're not going to be able to bolt that back in unless we either weld a plate on there, then rethread the hole. So it can all bolt back in. Then there'll be at different heights though, so I might go ahead and just get a piece of tubing that's the exact length of this, then cap it off on one end, and then go ahead and weld it up on this side so that way it's just stuck there. I think they'll be a lot stronger than a bolt through some really thin metal anyway, and that should honestly work a lot better. Plus, if we have to, we'll just cut it off in the future. It is nice that these bolt in and bolt out, and they're really nice. However, with them ripping out, don't really want to risk that, because if that happened when we were on the trails in Pennsylvania, that would be much more annoying than ripping off 15 minutes from my house, because that doesn't really matter too much. Then as far as the windshield wiper stuff goes, with this ripping out and all, I'm going to ignore it because I don't really care that much. We don't have windshield wiper like nozzles on that one, so I'm used to it, so we just won't have it on this one either. Few things I want to go over though before we end the video. The Grand Cherokee, the black one's running, well, kind of running. It's running as good as it's going to for now. Still have to swap that tire out. That's what this one's for, actually. Go ahead, swap the tires out, get some air in them, get everything set up. Wrangler's getting the 40s, so we can go get the windshield replaced in Indianapolis. Doesn't drive very well in 32s. And the blue Jeep, it is broken, but it's done really well, honestly. Like, we haven't really had any issues with it. I've pretty much just beat on it every weekend since I've had it. Haven't even washed the car. Like, I've done no maintenance to this thing. And it's taken everything we've thrown at it, with one issue being that front coil retainer. But it's not that big of an issue, and we'll go ahead and just weld it up and fix it. So it's not a big deal. And you guys can expect to see the black Jeep running again shortly. Super pumped about that. We'll be taking it off-roading. But I did want to go ahead and say that, like, nothing's really broken on this Jeep, and it's done really well for what we've put it through and how it's done. But that basically wraps up this video. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.